We're just sitting here talking, socially distanced. We're at least
Oh,
6 inches apart.
Yeah, I'll scoop that. No, I need to do this.
And we were talking Marvel because we always get into talking about Marvel stuff. And we decided that we wanted to figure out what we thought the rest of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This is full of spoilers. So if you haven't seen the series or you don't have Disney Plus, probably step out. As much as we want the attention and the views and the love, not a good idea. And also, most of you might just be replay viewers, and that's totally fine too. Anyway, we were just talking about how there is, if again, spoilers. I warned you enough spoilers. We were talking about who the power broker is in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and ultimately,
Yeah, we're both kind of in agreement on our theory on this. Like I've seen it online and everything. That it's gotta be Sharon. It's gotta be Sharon Carter.
Sharon Carter, because she has motive. It's painful because you don't want, Agent Peggy Carter's niece to be in any way a villain, but it does make sense with the narrative that we've gotten so far. There's motive and there's reason, and it just fits.
Yeah, and I mean, we're halfway through the season now, and it just seems like if for there to be a reveal of who the power broker is, we have to have met the character by now.
Yes.
Or the reveal wouldn't be
We're not
impactful if we meet them within in the next episode, and then they're revealed the next episode. It's
we're not going to meet
to know them.
New villain, and the only way that would work is if it was someone that they're setting up for a different storyline of the MCU.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, it has to be Sharon Carter.
Yeah.
Or it could be Sam's sister. Joking.
That's going to be the big twist.
Yeah, no.
Sam's sister's the power broker all along.
Not. And then on top of that, we were also discussing what was going to happen with the Flag Stompers. So for starters, I don't think that they're the main villain
And I agree
of this series. I think they are the setup domino effect villains. They just kind of get the ball rolling to get all of the narrative to start to take place. And it's very strong. I think that they will probably be taken out probably by John Walker's Cap.
Yeah, I can see that. And with him probably going a bit too far in doing so.
And I think that Falcon, or let me rephrase that, Sam and Bucky are going to, some of their actions are going to cause Battlestar to get possibly killed. And that will help send John Walker's Cap spiraling, and he will probably take that last serum for himself and go ballistic on our heroes. And I think in the end, the power broker being Sharon Carter, she's going to admit to it, probably accept her, whatever, and she may probably end up going to jail in some capacity by the end of this, which is going to suck, but it's more of like, I got to serve my time and do my, service or whatever. And then it's going to be a big fight between Falcon and the Winter Soldier fighting off this new Captain America, who is not a good guy. And that is kind of what we think is probably going to happen.
Yeah, just really, I mean, John Walker turning out to be the lead villain, it makes sense, especially we've seen up to this point whenever he was confronting that unarmed civilian and how he snapped at him.
Yeah.
And so you can see he's a little bit unstable. It makes sense that he's going to have that fall into being the villain. And it might not, and the way, at least the thing, how they've been presenting villains so far, especially Power Broker is Sharon Carter. And then we've got Zemo, who's a villain, but even he's being kind of helpful too, but he has his own motives to where it's and then I know I'm jumping around, but then Flag Stompers, how we know their reasoning for doing it. And it's
that's the thing. There's so many different sides to this more than ever. There's at least 5 or 6 different angles you can look at this from.
Yeah.
Zemo is too obvious, and he's just not the villain. I just don't think he is.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense necessarily for that to be the case. And honestly, with how things are going, I just want him to stay with Falcon Winter Soldier, because their dynamic is wonderful.
We already know what his objective is. We already got that in Captain America Civil War. I don't think we're going to get more of that. I think
Yeah.
Peggy Carter, or not Peggy, sorry,
Yeah.
Sharon Carter. Oh, that was our other theory.
Oh, yeah,
We
yeah.
think that there's talks about Chris Evans coming back to the MCU at some point, and it would make the most sense. Why wouldn't they bring Old Man Rogers into this series when this series is so closely, like completely based
Yeah.
around his character? You
Yeah.
know,
It like everything revolves around him, and he is not even in the show.
so we think that the Falcon and the Winter Soldier are going to have their lowest point, probably even their falling out. Although they've already kind of been falling out the whole series, so it may just be
falling
a
out since they've
mutual.
met.
Yeah, it might just be a mutual falling out together.
Yeah.
And then I think Steve Rogers is going to show up, Old Man Steve Rogers, and he's going to give them that motivational push to finally do whatever it is that they need to do to fight Jack Walker or John Walker.
Yeah.
The new Cap.
Yeah.
It's like the old Cap telling his friends to take out the new Cap.
Yeah.
You know. But that is how we speculate the rest of the series going. Who knows if we're right? We'll find out.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to do this in a long time, so I thought, why not do it live? You were seeing us live. I should see if I can bring up the chat here. Live chat. There we go. Sorry, guys, if I haven't read your comments, but now I should be able to see them. But anyway, so we hope we're right, and maybe we're not right, and we hope to be pleasantly surprised either way. What do you guys think? Do you think we're close? Do you think we're totally far off?
Yeah, I'm curious what other theories are out there, because, I mean, all of this makes sense to me, what we're talking about. I do have some hope that John Walker isn't as bad as we're saying, just because I really like Wyatt Russell, so I want more of him.
Sure.
But
it would also be awesome because then both the Russells are start off as noble characters who turn out to be horrible, evil villains in the end. And that's just fun.
That is pretty fantastic.
So anyway, love to hear your speculation. Hope you guys enjoyed our theories on this. This, in a sense, is the first ever fan theory show I've done since 2019, I think, or early 2020 even, maybe early 2020. Either way, we hope we're right. And if we're right, buy us a pizza.
Yes.
And if we're wrong, I'll fly everyone out to Los Angeles. Everyone who watches this, if we're wrong.
That's a bold promise to make right there.
Anyway, we hope you guys have a lovely rest of your Sunday evening, and you'll see me tomorrow, maybe? Anyway, you see me in plenty of the content. You'll see him soon on our other channel, Fanning Out. I'm not sure how soon. And eventually we'll get to the one series that we've talked about a lot that you see in the reel.
Yeah.
The Nightmare Fuel series. Anyway,
One of
we'll
these
see
days.
we'll see you soon, guys. Have